Well, if you're looking at priorities for the Chiefs early in this year's draft, linebacker probably isn't at the top of the list, but you never know how the board may fall, and if you're sticking to the best player available mantra, adding a young linebacker could very well take place. So let's take a look at some guys to know in this year's class, beginning with Sonny Styles from Ohio State. And Styles is a top 10 sort of talent. He's a great example of the kind of player who would be really difficult to pass up if he fell to number 9 overall, drawing comparisons to Fred Warner during the draft process. A former safety, Styles is a super versatile player capable of making plays from multiple spots on the field. He's a great tackler, a terrific blitzer, and he's excellent in coverage. You combine all of those things, and you get the ultimate chess piece defensively, who Steve Spagnuolo could have a lot of fun with. He's also an outstanding athlete, posting a 43.5-inch vertical jump at the combine, the second best mark for a linebacker since at least 2003, to go along with a 4.46 40-yard dash and an 11-foot 2-inch broad jump, doing all of that at 244 pounds. So even though linebacker isn't a pressing need, especially at number 9, you can see how a player like that could make a lot of sense if he fell. Now, looking at some players that could be an option a little later in the draft, maybe at number 40 overall, C.J. Allen from Georgia is a name to know. Allen checks in at 6'1", 230 pounds, and he has the look of your classic field general green dot sort of linebacker. In fact, his measurables at the combine looked a lot like Roquan Smith's physical profile. He's an excellent run defender, he plays with tremendous effort, and while he's still growing in terms of his coverage, the foundation is there for him to be a solid player in the middle of a defense for a long time. If the Chiefs want more of a coverage speed linebacker though, Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas fits that bill. Hill combines elite athleticism with terrific speed, making him the sort of player who can provide sticky coverage or come screaming off the edge on a blitz with great success. His versatility was on full display during his 3 years at Texas, and the stats reflect that. He piled up 31.5 tackles for loss, 17 sacks, and 8 forced fumbles over the last 3 seasons. We'll wrap up with one more. How about Jake Golday from Cincinnati? He's listed at 6'4", 239 pounds, so good size, and he's an explosive, powerful athlete who recorded 13 tackles for loss over the last 2 seasons, notching at least 6 TFLs in each year. He looks like a player who can excel as a box linebacker against the run and as a blitzer, not to mention he has a skill set that could translate right away to special teams. So those are just a handful of players to know at linebacker this year. Again, not the top of the priority list in my opinion. I think edge, defensive tackle, corner, and receiver are all bigger needs, but I'm also a firm believer in taking the best player available, and if it's any of those guys, the Chiefs defense will be better because of it.